Hey guys, it's Sam with 2Ms and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. Happy Thursday to you all. It is Thursday, right? It is Thursday. Yes, I know. We are so close to the weekend, guys. Don't worry, hang in there. But I hope you guys are having a great Thursday morning and I hope you also have a great day ahead of you. But for today's MYXclusive, I will be joined by two very talented artists who collaborated on a song that is called Your Name. So yun yung pag-uusapan natin today. But also aside from that, we'll also be talking about how they've been and everything else going on in their life. So everyone, please welcome KIKX ACE. Woo!
Hey!
Hi guys.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. I love this energy coming from both of you, KIKX and ACE. So thank you for joining me on this Thursday morning. Kanina nga napaisip ako kung Thursday, but it's okay. You know, we're close to the weekend. But how are you guys doing? Thank you for joining us. Kumusta naman kayo?
I'm good. We're good. Kasi busy with the future releases and these promotions.
Yes.
Nag-enjoy. Sobrang nag-enjoy.
I love it. I can tell sa smile mo, KIKX, na nag-enjoy ka talaga sa buhay right now. I love it. I love this energy. Ikaw naman, ACES. Kumusta ka naman?
Well, I'm good. I'm sorry, just woke up, but yeah, I'm good.
No problem. No problem. Don't worry about. Anong oras ka ba usually gumigising?
I usually wake up at like 8, but apparently 10 na ako nagising, so I was resting. But yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We all need rest, diba? Especially nowadays kasi, diba? You know, there's a lot of things going on in the world. But kanina nga backstage to everyone who is watching, I told them, it's finally really nice to meet both of you. Kasi si KIKX, I've heard a lot about from other artists. Kasi diba, you work with a lot of artists on their songs. And I always hear KIKX, Kiko Salazar, ganyan. And I'm like, finally, I get to interview Kiko. So exciting that you are here. And ACES naman, like I said, he's my friend from TikTok. Like, I know him from TikTok. So, I'm so excited that you guys are both here. But syempre, in the last year, no, ang daming nangyari. So, how have you guys been through everything in the last year and a half, actually? I know there was a lot, especially in entertainment scene then, and just personally for a lot of us, no, ang daming nangyari. So, kamusta naman kayo, guys? Ano yung maging adjustments ninyo, especially in the last year?
Ako muna.
Yes, go ahead.
Probably having old school records release is one big, kumbaga, big decision for me from being a composer, a songwriter, and music producer. Ayun, siguro yun yung naging ng pandemic sa akin. Mas nagkaroon ako ng drive to create and to level up daw, sabi nila. And to level up daw.
Yes.
So, I took the risk na. Sabi ko, sige, yung mga extra songs ko pa na, I feel like I can't release anywhere. Kasi, masyado siyang naka-time capsule. Parang ganun. So, yun, that's how old school was born. Parang ganun.
Yeah. Yeah, which is so good, no?
Ng pandemic, yeah.
Oo, yun lang naman, no? Yun lang naman, dami mong naging... yun lang naman. I mean, old school records, di ba dami mong naging releases in the past year? I mean, sana all, Char. No, but I mean, I love that. Kasi di ba, ang daming nangyari in the last year and a half. And it's so so easy to be brought down by everything that happened, na parang,
Yeah, of
not
course. Yeah.
feel as productive. Pero for Kicks, parang naging opposite yung naging reaction
Ay,
talaga.
hindi
So,
naman. I mean, there were a lot of
mm-mm.
matagal din yung time na nag-siyempre tayo ng anxiety
Well,
and
yeah.
a lot of
Mm-mm.
worries about work and all. Pero siguro, ayun, we choose to dream more pa rin and
True.
create more
Yes, sir.
as an outlet. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yun.
For sure. Gets ko yan. I mean, roller coaster naman talaga eh. Diba? Parang
Yes,
there are
yes.
waves na
Oo.
ayaw natin gumawa ng anything. Tapos, one time, super inspired tayo. So, I feel like both of you have felt that way, especially in the last year and a half. Pero ikaw naman, Aces, kamusta ka? Especially in the last year and a half. I know there's been a lot of things. So, what was going on with you during that
Um,
time?
well, I think same thing kasi opposite din nangyari sa akin. Because
Mm-mm.
I got signed by a management for acting during the
Mm-mm.
pandemic. And
Mm-mm.
then like I tried TikTok, and then apparently there are a lot of people who watches TikTok. And then also I met Kicks on TikTok, and then now I'm doing music. So it's been a roller
Oh my
coaster. Yeah,
Wow! Oo nga, I can imagine because like you said, you got signed during the pandemic, no? So there's like a
yeah,
lot of things going on in the entertainment industry, especially in the start, no? Parang none of us
yeah.
really knew paano ba, anong mangyayari, yung mga ganun. But
Mhm.
slowly but surely, it's been picking up
Yeah.
again, which is really nice. But I love that you said na
Mhm.
kayong dalawa, you actually met on TikTok. So paano yun? Like what
Mhm.
happened? How did that
Yeah.
actually happen?
Mas
Um.
maganda si
Well.
Ace yung magkwento.
Uh,
Yes, go Aces.
well, I was going live on TikTok, and
Mm-mm.
then sa isa kong live because I do live every like weekend. And then sa Friday, I have this thing called Safe Space Fridays where I talk about mental health and other stuff. And then Kix one time was there. And then everyone in the comments was like, "Hi, Mr. Kix. Hi, Sir Kix." And I was
Mhm.
like, sorry, I'm not sure who Kix is. Because I wasn't
Oo.
familiar. And then
Mm.
after that, sabi niya, oh, I like what you're talking about mental health, as we share like
Yeah.
same things, and I can relate to you. And then after that, we talked, and then he told me that he wanted to collaborate with a song, and then I was like, he asked me first, do you rap? And I was like, yeah, I do. And then
Wow.
yeah, it roller coastered from there. So
I love it. I love that. So, sorry, my dog is barking right now. Medyo na-excite siguro siya sa story mo. He's excited right now. But I love that, no? By chance talaga. Kasi, di ba, yung mga live
yeah,
stream. I mean, di ba, those are, I mean, although may time siya, like, to stumble upon a live stream, I mean, that's really, it just happened, di ba? And I love na you're also honest, like, who's kicks and all of that, which I think is a
yeah,
great thing also. So, doon na nagsimula yung parang collaboration ninyo. But for Kicks naman, like what drove you to ask parang Aces to like, oh, do you want to collaborate? Like, do you rap? Stuff like that.
Uh, I don't know. I just find that his diction is
Mhm.
charming. Parang
Yeah,
ganon. So
true
I asked
yan.
him,
Yung
yeah. Sabi ko
voice.
sa kanya,
Oh!
do you rap? Parang ganon. Ganon lang
Oo.
kasimple. But
Mm-mm.
without even thinking that he actually writes rap. And sabi
Yeah.
niya, nagla-live daw siya na nag-freestyle, which never
Mm-mm.
kong napanood. So,
Mm-mm.
ayun, parang it was interconnected na lang naturally
Oo.
na, oh my God,
Oo.
I really found a rapper. Parang ganon.
I love it.
Ayan,
By
ganon.
chance.
Yeah,
Oo.
tapos,
Mm-mm.
which I was looking for so long na.
Mm-mm.
Well, not that wala naman nag-exist na magaling na rapper dito sa atin, but,
Mm-hmm.
I really wanna find a hip-hop artist for old school
Mm-mm.
records. Matagal na.
Mm-hmm.
So, kasi when we think of old school, pag yung salita na yun pa lang parang it's really nagda-drive na towards hip hop eh. So parang for the
Mm-hmm.
past 6 months naisip ko lang na parang nga no, wala pa sa record label ko na naka-sign as hip hop artist. So I was really looking for one. Hindi naman nagmamadali, but ayun, nasaktuhan lang din talaga at the time
Mm-mm.
na bored ako at nag-browse ng
Yeah,
TikTok.
I
Ayun,
love
napadaan ako kay
it.
Aces. So,
Oh,
and I was surprised, actually, sobrang
oh.
surprised. Kasi
Mhm.
gawa na yung rap part for the song.
Mm.
Ay, mamaya na lang pala
Oh.
natin kwento about that. But definitely he's a surprise. He's a surprise for all of us. Kaya nakakatuwa na
Yeah.
ma-meet siya. Yeah.
True yan. Kasi to be honest, ako din, I was surprised. Kasi yun nga, I know Ace from TikTok, di ba? And I
Mm-hmm.
also noticed his voice, yung diction niya nga. Wow, grabe
Yeah.
talaga. As in, I always see him on my
Thank
FYP, ganyan. O, di ba?
Huwag mo
So, I
masyadong
see him.
purihin.
I
Huwag mo
well,
masyadong...
that's my job, Char. I know wala si Kix, but he'll come back. But anyway, I was
you.
saying, I also was surprised. Siyempre, for this interview, I had to prepare, I had to research. And then when I saw it, I was like, I didn't know Ace rap pala.
Yeah.
So, yun. So, I was like, oh my God, I know this guy. So, that's super cool. But, Ace, how did you actually start rapping and like with music? Siyempre, since I personally have not seen that side of you on
Oh
my
yeah.
FYP. So, how did you start with that?
Well, ever since I was a kid, I was addicted to music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would steal my dad's cassette tapes and listen to them. Yeah, and
Love it.
then this is so funny because when I was a kid, our TV was this box
Oh my
television,
God.
like
I'm sorry.
it was an old TV, and then this is fixed. And then our channel was stuck some mix for so
Yes.
long, and we couldn't change the channel. So I got a midday top 10, as in super
Mm.
na addict ako sa music because of it. Because we couldn't change the channel. We had to use a stick. And then apparently, yeah. And then, ayun, then it snowball. And then I went to choir. And then I started like writing since I was like 11. Because I was discovering like hip hop scene. And I would have this journal and I would just write, and I never tell anyone. And then I met
Mm.
Kix, and then I told him that I write. Apparently, I write. So, ayun, dun na. And then he presented me different, like, oh, you should write on this song. But yeah, and then ayun, tuloy-tuloy na.
My gosh, no? Crazy how TikTok brought all of us together.
Yeah,
But if you think about it,
actually,
it's really true, di
Yeah.
ba? Parang medyo it's kind of insane. And we're also live on TikTok right now. So, wow, the
mm,
meta it
Hello to
is
all our
right now,
yeah.
di
listeners.
ba? Yes, we're actually live on a lot of platforms right now. Facebook, YouTube,
Mhm.
Twitter, TikTok, and Kumu. So, hello to everyone watching us.
Hello,
But
Yeah.
I love
Kumu.
that. Yes, I love sabi mo na na-stuck yung TV ninyo sa mix when you were young.
Yeah.
So, 'di ba? And you're here now. So, I feel like a very
Hmm.
full circle moment for you
Yeah,
to be
actually.
here with all of us. But I'm actually curious, ano ba yung mga napakinggan mo before, like for example, in your dad's cassette tapes and also on mix that really kind of awakened your love for music?
Um, I got addicted to old songs. Like, I would listen to Queen on my dad's cassette
Oh
tapes,
wow.
and
Yeah,
then also Michael
solid.
Jackson, um, Bee Gees, and then some mix. Dun na ako nag-start because I would watch like old school hip hop videos. Like they
Mm.
would like hard rap, and I was like,
Yeah.
I like the flow. And then
Mm.
I listened to Eminem, the like start,
Mm.
and then as I grew older, I discovered like other artists and rap. But
Mhm.
I used to sing before, but I would always have a liking for hip hop. Ayun, just like
Ah.
start.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love that, no? So, sakto talaga sa old school records yung kind of music taste
Mhm.
na na-develop ni
Yes.
Ace over time, diba? So, for Kicks Man with old school records, syempre, like when we hear old school, like you said nga, there are a lot of things that pop in our head, diba? Like me, I didn't grow up naman, for example, in the 80s, ganyan. But I have an affinity for old school music then kasi it's something that I grew up on. It's something that I love then. So for you, Kicks, like what is old school records all about? Like why did you want it to be old school records?
Uh, 2 years ago, I think not
Mm-mm.
2 years. A year ago,
Mm-mm.
nag-release. It was my tenth year anniversary as a
Mm-mm.
producer songwriter. So I
Mm-mm.
released an EP of the songs na parang naka-bangko lang na kasi I
Mhm.
feel like yun nga I feel like it's trapped on a time capsule na and
Mm-mm.
honestly I feel like it's a bit irrelevant. So kasi
Mm.
nga it's old sounding and it's
Mm-mm.
sabi ng iba it could be parang tag as ang tawag nila outdated. So
Mm-mm.
I feel like for ilang years for those like 10 and more than 10 years some of my songs na hindi na release ayun I feel like paano ko kaya siya i-release. So I released it on my
Mhm.
10th year anniversary
Mhm.
through an EP and
Mhm.
after that I don't know mas lalo akong nagka-drive to do that old school sound. So,
Mhm.
nagkaroon pa rin ako ng maraming songs na nakatabi lang.
Mhm.
Tapos, ayun, I felt like the idea of, what if I just put up a label, just a crazy idea na
Mm.
nag-cater to old sounds. Not
Mm.
necessarily just hip hop, but all the
Yeah.
old school sound like the
Mhm.
70s, it could be 60s actually, 70s, 60s,
Mm.
80s, 90s, up to
Mhm.
2000. Uh, so I randomly asked Sir Jonathan Manalo of shout out to Sir John of Story
Mhm.
Music. So ko, what if is it possible if I put out a mini label? Parang ganun. Of course, we would help you. Parang ganun yun ah. It all started that
Wow!
way.
Wow! Dali
And
pala
yun,
kausap, Char.
all the batches of the song, parang,
Mm.
ayun, it just keeps flowing. Parang,
Mhm.
until, ayun nga, parang I never want to categorize my music with a certain genre only. Kumbaga parang
Mm.
gusto ko may ballad, gusto ko pa rin
True.
nakikita tayo sa iba't ibang audience.
Mm.
But basically, masarap lang yung feeling na when you listen to a song, you feel a bit nostalgic. Di ba?
Yeah.
This
Oo.
sounds familiar, but not so because it's an original song. So I always like that feeling na
Yeah.
lalo for the past year, parang like past 2 years,
Mhm.
even the foreign sounds, they tend to sound more of the 80s and the
True.
90s, di ba?
Mhm.
And ayun, so that's how siguro ako nagkaroon talaga ng drive to really push through old school.
Mm.
And the
Yeah.
challenge na to find the right artists, siguro set of
Mhm.
artists. Yeah,
Mhm.
and ayun, gusto ko rin yung feeling na most of my artists are all newbies. Kumbaga parang
Mhm.
they are all fresh sa
Mhm.
pandinig ng tao. So,
Mhm.
ayun, I don't know, it excites me.
Yeah.
Sobra,
Yeah, it's
sobra.
super exciting. Just seeing you talk
Yeah.
about it nga, I can, like I said kanina, parang feel ko nga na you're very excited, which I think is really something that you should be excited about. And I love na you said na although mga bago yung kanta, it gives you like this nostalgic feel for a time na, parang for example, yung mga 60s, 70s, I didn't even live through that time. Pero yung mga kanta, kind of, diba, tinatransport
Yes.
tayo to that
Oo.
time, even though we
Yeah.
weren't alive. So it's really like the power of music, diba? Which I think is so cool, and I love the whole concept behind old school records. And that feeling na parang natatransport tayo is exactly what I felt when I listened to yung collaboration ninyo, which is Your Name.
Uh,
I felt exactly that way when I heard it. It felt very 80s to me, very
yes.
synth, very
Yeah.
kind. That's exactly how it felt for me. So kwento naman kayo. I mean, you kind of talked more about the collaboration, but for Your Name, how did it actually come about, like the song itself?
Uh, I wrote it mga 2 years
Mm-hmm.
ago na. It
Mm-hmm.
was supposedly part din ng EP, but
Mm-hmm.
there was a big, kumbaga, blank part dun song na hindi ko alam yung gagawin ko. And, it was a tribute to my idol, si Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Uh, I grew up listening to the Jackson 5 talagang every
Mm.
morning.
Love it.
Tapos until nung lumaki na ako, I even, malaking influence sa singing voice ko, and
Mhm.
my love for singing nag-start din kay MJ. And
Mhm.
itong song na to, parang for the long time, parang sabi ko, wala ba akong song? Ang hirap kasi mag-emulate ng natural na MJ vibe.
Of
And
course, yeah.
I feel like parang people would accuse you of of plagiarism kasi
Pleasures.
lahat kasi di ba nagawa na niya lahat ng sounds. So sabi ko, ayun,
True.
so this is one of those na I feel like now I am, kumbaga ako to as an artist, and at the same time, I don't want to deny na this
Mhm.
is influenced by MJ.
Mhm.
So, ayun. So, nung shout out to Nico Sabignano of Nameless Kids kasi yun
Hello,
nga,
Nico.
he wrote the rap
Yeah.
lyrics. So,
Mm-mm.
tumakbo ako sa kanya
Ah.
to sabi ko, sulatan mo naman to ng part na to. Sabi ko, kasi gusto ko sanang i-release siya this year for old school.
Mm-mm.
Tapos ayun, it was done na. So,
Mhm.
nung ma-meet ko si Ace sa TikTok, ayun, sakto na sabi ko, wait, parang ang ganda ng English niya. Parang bagay siya dun sa rap. So,
Diction. Oo.
yeah, ang ganda eh. Ang ganda ng diction niya. So yun, so hindi ko alam na when we got in the studio,
Mhm.
pinakita niya sa akin na may notebook siyang dala, nandun yung mga luma
Cute!
niyang nasulat. Oo.
Cute!
So, nagulat ako, you're right talaga. Parang ganun.
Oo.
So, ayun, nag-start na. Even during our
Mhm.
session for this one, for Your
Mhm.
Name, we even
Mhm.
recorded a different song. Kasi nga, we got
Ah!
excited and yeah. So we went into writing
Oh!
na talaga, collaborating na talaga. So, yun, that's when I think,
Kagad-kagad.
oo, kasi, I don't know, sobrang driven kami that time na parang,
Love
Yeah.
it!
basta,
The
it was at that
visual.
moment na alam ko, I found
Mhm.
somebody na magre-represent ng hip hop for old school records. So it's like, I'm so
That's
excited. I'm so
taray!
excited.
Yes,
Oo.
sir.
I
Yes,
love
yes.
it!
Oh,
Oh, I
tapos
love
I
that.
felt like
Oo.
he's an old soul. He's
Mhm, mhm.
sentimental, and at the same time he's sensitive. Uh Something that you won't always find in a rapper nowadays, 'di ba?
Mhm,
Parang
mhm.
ayun. So I mean, yeah. So it's really a surprise. As in, I'm so
Mhm.
excited na marinig niyo pa yung ibang gawa niya. Ganon kami kasaya.
Mhm.
Parang
Mhm.
ganon. But for
No,
this one,
yeah.
for Your Name, ayun,
Mhm,
we really had fun. Lalo nang
mhm,
when we're doing the remix. Kasi that's the
mm.
time na I
Oh,
allowed him
yeah.
na sabi ko, sige, you can write your own stanzas and all. So, yun na. So
Oh,
from
I love
that
this.
time
Oo.
on, siya na yung
Mm.
sumusulat ng songs niya. So
Oh,
that's
'di
it.
ba?
I mean,
Cute.
ganon kadali, parang ganon kasaya ka work si Ace.
Yeah.
So, yan.
Wow!
So,
Oh, 'di ba? Before we get to Ace's
Mhm.
side of the story, I love na sila, like, Kix, what I'm really getting from you is you love to collaborate talaga with other artists, no? To kind of really keep that ball rolling. Like with Nico, I mean, I'm a fan of, like, Nameless Kids, obviously. I've talked to them before then. I love their energy then. So hearing na parang you collaborate a lot with these artists to really,
yeah.
push music, no, I think it's such a great thing. And for Ace naman, after hearing everything, no, ang sinabi ni Kix about you in terms of diction, your energy, ganyan. How was it for you, especially recording, no? Yung part mo for Your Name, and also going into the studio, showing him yung journal mo. I'm sure, which
Yeah.
is might have been scary. I don't know. If that were me, I would have been
Yeah.
scared. You know what I mean? So, kamusta naman yun for you?
Well, at first, yun nga, Kix told me na, sige, let's collaborate. but it was more of a friendship, like hindi siya ano eh, hindi siya like tara collaborate lang and then leave ka na. It's more of like, oh, how are you? Sige, how's life? Oh, ganito ganyan. And then after that, I started rapping. And then parang ano, sige, record na tayo. And then when they saw the lyrics, sabi ko, I told him about my story that I really do like write. And then he was like, oh, okay, that's nice. And then I showed him like yung mga raps ko. And then he was like, oh, that's good. And then I rapped. And then medyo I couldn't find the voice pa. Like I didn't know how would I sound like, how would they like sound like.
Ah.
And then Kix told me that, okay, like what if you try this and that. And then eventually I found what I really wanted. Like it sounds like a kid rapping that's very legal. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, and then after recording, Nico's also there, and then Nico's a great guy. I met him like after I met Kix, and he was also suggesting what if it's like this and that, and then we would also write together with Nico. And then yeah, it was scary at first, but Peach Studios is really like it feels like a home because it's you know. Yeah, so ayun,
Tambay na sila dito
apparently
eh. So,
lagi. Yeah,
and you know what? Now he records on his own na.
Oh, diba?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yun ang growth. Yan ang
Yeah,
growth.
as in ano na, natutuwa ako na you know, you inspire people na to do more and discover themselves, di ba, along the way din. And I actually,
Yeah.
it's a sharing kasi the connection, for example, kami dalawa ni Jesus, I mean, aside from just these songs, I mean, tama, it was true na there was really friendship and the connection creatively, yung connection namin creatively laging nagsaswak. So
Yeah.
for me kasi having this as a job also, di ba? Para kasi di ba on the side I really have work. So whenever I work with them, it's a kind of kumbaga distressing sa akin.
Gets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kasi it's also one of the reasons why I put out old school records kasi these songs are my kumbaga yun yung resting place ko as an artist. Na this is where I get to do what I want without so much limits, without so much rules.
That's true.
And I get to do what I really prefer to sound. So iba yung freedom, iba yung masarap na freedom from just being the artist that you are. So yun,
Yeah.
I'm glad we found each other.
Natatouch ako sa friendship ninyo. Wow! Parang ako yung natatouch.
Ang
Like,
sweet.
ang sweet nga. Like, I love this, mutual exchange of friendship, you know. I mean, it's always great. Kasi for you, Kix, I'm sure, sabi mo nga, because music is really your life, no? Ito talaga yung job mo, being a composer, songwriter, ito talaga. And I can imagine, like any other job, no? Minsan kasi, it can be a lot, diba? You can sometimes get sick of it. Pero syempre, there are times na tinatamad ka or something like that na parang your feelings towards it change, diba? But it's nice that you have an outlet like your old school records nga that really helps you kind of switch things up also and really allows you to collaborate. No, that's how I imagine it to be. And to have people like Ace also, Nico, people that nagtatambay nga dyan, but to have them as friends, no? Chemistry kasi you can't fake it, diba? Yung mga chemistry, you really cannot fake that kind of thing. So I'm happy na you found each other. I love it.
And I mean, that's really kasi ang
diba?
At the time of the pandemic, ang daling being alone, mas nadadrive tayo towards alam mo yun, mental health issues. So
yeah, of
these
course.
people, diba, yun yung masarap na when you find ay mga tao na makaka-connect mo. And ayun, I think they are healthy for me mentally.
Yeah.
So yun. So yeah. So masarap yung feeling na you get to work with them. You have
Mm-mm.
to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You
No,
have to
collaboration is the
try.
best way, I think. Oh, feeling ko with other people, not just artists, but people, that
Yes.
really helps expand din, di ba, yung mga mindset natin, also our creativity, it really helps. So I'm really happy that you guys were able to work on this song, which is Your Name, but sabi nyo nga na you've been working on a lot of stuff, even on that day, may mga ginawa pa kayo. So what else can we expect coming from both of you, maybe individually, but also together? I'm sure a lot of things. So, what else do you guys have planned?
Uh, I go Ace. Go Ace.
Um, there. um, well,
Yeah.
I have an album coming out.
Wow!
So yeah, it's
Mm.
gonna. I have singles coming out, and then it's part of an album, and then it's gonna be released like months from now. So yeah, I
Mhm.
hope you guys check it out.
Oh my gosh! That's so exciting. I feel like,
Mhm.
wow, grabe yung character development from, of course, like not even knowing, like from Kicks and I, not even knowing that you rap, but now you have an album on the way, di ba? Like,
Yeah,
grabe! Life is such an
Yeah.
amazing thing.
yeah.
So how does it feel for you, Ace, no? Like, the development, especially in your music and recording artist career?
Well, I have a lot of stories. My life is a bit weird and it's a roller coaster ride. So,
Mhm.
I had this idea that I didn't know that this was coming. I was Kix and I just really thought this was a collaboration, and then my
Yeah,
connection, and we had this
yeah.
creative flow that wouldn't
Mhm.
stop. Like, and we would go home like anong oras na, and then the next morning record agad. Like, yeah, and then I had this hunger in me, and Kix was like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, go lang, write your songs, and I'll help you."
Mhm.
And then, ayun, sunod-sunod na yung songs namin. Like we would produce like 2, 3 songs in a week. So, yeah,
Whoa.
and then it was
Yeah.
so fast paced. And then we would there are a lot also artists that would be
Mhm.
featured from old school as well and in the album. And yeah, it was I felt like I was telling my stories from my childhood and
Aw.
how I grew up,
Mhm.
and yeah, it feels it's sobrang blessing. Like to me,
Mhm.
it's such a great artist, and yeah, who inspired me also, and to like make my own. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for this. Obviously, you with your singles coming out, tapos that are gonna be leading up to an album. I'm sure we have we are going to hear so many great things coming from you. Especially, we love, honest songs, and like you said, you're telling your story. So we can't wait for what you guys have been cooking up in the studio, and that two to
Yeah.
three songs per week. Grabe yun. That's a lot, but
But
we're
you
so
know what?
excited.
But you know
Yeah.
what? Sobrang na-surprise ako. There was also one of our sessions na
Mhm.
yung sobrang mataas yung creative energy
Yeah.
namin.
Yeah.
That after just hitting the music, sabi ko, I have a beat here. Sabi ko, maybe you can write. I'll write at my own chorus. So
Mhm.
he wrote the lyrics for just about 5 to 10 minutes. Parang gano'n. Gano'n kabilis. So ko, tapos even the way I wrote the chorus, parang gano'n din namin kabilis na nagsasuggest ng,
Oh my
okay,
god.
gano'n. So, I've never had this. Sabi ko, this is what I like about collaborating. Kasi,
Mhm. Mhm.
kumbaga, you both share yung same energies, and parang mas tumitindi yung yung creative flow. I don't know.
Wow.
It's something spiritual na rin at the same time. I call
I
it
can
spiritual.
imagine
Kasi you
writing
can,
something in 5 to 10 minutes. That is spiritual. I swear. Like,
yeah, yeah.
I think that's
And
crazy.
and and honestly, as an artist, as a songwriter, I don't really collaborate basta-basta. Kasi
Mm.
you share something whenever you collaborate with someone, whenever you write a song with somebody else.
Mm.
Uh kumbaga nag-share ka ng part ng sarili mo and nag-share siya ng part ng sarili
That's
niya.
true.
And it's something sacred for
Yeah.
some. That's
Mm-mm.
why siguro hindi maintindihan ng iba why hindi ka pumapayag basta-basta na whenever somebody asks you, come on, let's write. Wait, wait lang. Parang,
Wait lang.
di ba, stranger, kapag, for example, online, syempre madami, for example, my inbox would be filled with yung mga ganong type of messages na,
Yeah, I can
sir, can
imagine.
you write a melody to my lyrics?
Oo.
So, but, ang hirap i-explain na, sir, without being rude, or ma'am, without being rude, kasi that's not how it goes. Parang, we
Mm-mm.
don't share something, di ba? So,
Yeah.
that's one of the great things of working with new and young artists siguro.
Mm.
Kasi different energy, different flow, and at the same time, without, kumbaga, hindi na wawala yung personal preferences ko sa music, yung
True.
even yung part ni Aces,
Mm-mm.
I don't feel na ano siya, ang tawag doon, na offend ka sa mga
Yeah.
suggestions.
Yeah.
I never felt that, parang ganon. It's just really
It's a
sharing.
Yeah, it's a good mesh of his style and his music with my lyrics. Sometimes the beats that I make. I would like get references from things, or like if I have a beat stuck in my head, I would record it and show it to Kicks, and he would add his own
Mm.
spice. And every track we would make, we call it like, oh, it's spicy or something like that. Because like, okay, let's add a little bit of spice here and there, and then after a while, like, nagugulat na lang kami, wow, it's so good. And like, people who
Mm-mm.
hang out at Peach Studios can vouch for that. Oh my, like stank face. Oh my god, like,
Yeah,
and like,
stank face.
yeah, stank face, and I would the energy, and like when people tell you that the music is good, genuinely, it
Yeah.
feels so good. And lalo na when it
Mm.
comes from a place of like, this was me before, and when Kicks also, because the Kicks also writes with me, so yeah, that feels
Mm.
great. I can't explain the
Mm.
feeling, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that you said stag faces. Sobrang accurate nun. Because the stag face is like
Mm.
saved for things that are really like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it just doesn't come from anywhere, eh, diba? So I mean,
Totoo, totoo.
I can imagine. I mean, hindi naman ako artist, but I'm someone who loves music, and someone who loves music, I can imagine, as an artist, to hear other people say na they love your music must be like such an amazing thing. Kasi sabi nga ni Kix na it's such a vulnerable experience. Eh. You share so much of yourself, and the artists share so much of yourself, of themselves, to people na, they don't even know. Kasi, diba, music, a lot of people can listen to it, diba? And to hear na they appreciate it, they relate to it, I can imagine is such a trippy experience, no, for you guys. So we're so thankful for artists like you, of course, na are able to really collaborate, put yourself out there and give us music. Syempre, we know it's not easy to do so. But for you guys, you make it sound so easy kasi yun nga, parang sobrang creative nyo nga. But I do want to know, especially for you guys, you talk a lot about yung creativity ninyo, how it's, a lot of the times it's really high also. But like, for you guys, how do you kind of keep that going? Kasi like me personally, I've experienced creative burnout before. Syempre, diba, those are things that exist. So for you guys, how do you kind of keep it burning and always kind of, stay inspired?
For me, mahalaga yung rest. I mean, mahalaga yung like,
Mm, true yan.
you don't, kumbaga, hindi pwedeng build ka ng build. You have to
Mm-mm.
kailangan merong time na rest. Tama. Parang ganun, may space. You have to give
Mm-mm.
space for something new to come out. Then,
Mm-mm.
I think that's it. Hindi pinipilit yung ideas. But,
True.
when let's write today. Come on. Parang ganon.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
and as easy as it seems, but
Mm.
I think people don't see that part wherein mas maraming lazy days namin
For
kaysa sa
sure. Oo.
kaysa sa driven day, kasi lazy
Mhm.
days, I call it lazy days kasi I just want to finish work. Mas maraming
Mm.
days na ganon. That's why
Mm-mm.
siguro kapag when I'm doing something, I call it an itch. Sabihin ko sa kanila, I have an itch today. Sabi ko, Kaso
Mm.
hindi ko magawa kasi nga I have a my deadline ako. So
True.
when you do that itch, when you scratch that itch, oh my God, yun na.
Yeah.
Doon na yung sinasabi namin na it just flows. That's
Mm-hmm.
when, yun. You'll know
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I love that you used itch, no? Kasi, I mean, that's accurate. I feel like, especially with creating, sometimes it's
Mm-mm.
random out of nowhere lang talaga siya, but it's
Mm-mm.
not like you can act on it kagad. So when you finally get to do it, yun na talaga yun. And I love that you also said rest. Kasi yun yung something na feeling ko we take for granted, but super important sa
Yeah.
process, no? Of everything. So to everyone watching, if
Mm.
you haven't rested, make sure to rest.
Or
Also, that's
if you're
super
just
Yeah.
doing
important.
the same sound again and again. For example, for writers, if
Yeah.
you're gagawin mo siya araw-araw, it would sound the same. Or it
Mm.
would feel the same pa rin. So,
Mm.
maganda na hindi mo ginagawa yung isang bagay out of because you just wanna, kumbaga, gusto
Yes.
mo lang may magawa. Parang ganun.
Parang
Or may
mema.
matapos.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, wag
Mema.
maging
Hindi
mema,
pwede.
guys. In any kind of way, wag kayong maging mema, di ba? Take it
Yes,
from
oo.
kids.
Make it
Don't be
special.
mema. Oo, exactly. How about you,
Yes.
Ace? How do you deal with these kinds of things? Like staying creative and all that.
Mhm. Well, yeah, you really experience, lalo na, I experience that on TikTok too. Like, there's a
All the
creative
time.
burnout.
All the
Diba?
time.
Yeah, it's like,
Oo.
what's the next thing should I do? Will I continue like the
Mm.
RIP or whatever? Or
Yeah.
what's next? Yeah, so,
Oo.
um, but with music naman, with Kicks, I was writing 2, 3 songs. We would write 3 songs a week. And then finally, like a week, there's a week that's how many Kicks? That's chill. That's chill for a
Mm-mm.
bit. We've been making songs. You're gonna complete the album now, and take it easy. And then gonna realize, yeah, rest is really important because you
Mm-hmm.
would go through this and then to like the longevity of your creative flow can really like extend, and you can't fake inspiration kasi it really needs
Yeah.
to come to
True.
you. So we would
Mm-mm.
go to the studio and I would just hang out there and I would hear other artists record, and I
Mm-mm.
wouldn't make any songs. Yeah, I would just like listen, and then when an inspiration hits, yeah, and then lang. I wouldn't force it. So I would say that if you don't force inspiration, it really goes well. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
also, when you turn music into an outlet rather than like
Mm-mm.
you just want to like for like fame or other stuff. Well, for
Yeah.
me, I just really want to like make music. Alright, it's fine.
Mm-mm.
Like if other people like it, then it's great. But
Yeah.
yeah, so if that's how you do things with inspiration and you really mean what you say, I don't think you're gonna burn out easily. And if you do, just take a rest and then go back to it
Mm-mm.
whenever you feel like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Kasi diba ito yung mga side ng artists, also content creators that people don't see na,
Yeah.
you keep producing, you keep creating content, you keep creating music, but they don't have no idea how the process that it takes.
Exactly.
It's mentally taxing, physically taxing then, diba? So, that's why to everyone. That's why we have to appreciate any kind of content that is put out in terms of music, but also
Mhm.
videos or whatever. It takes a lot of things that go behind it. And I love that the both of you were able to share that now. Rest is super important. Being able to walk away for a while. Wow, walk away for a while. Is super
Parang
important.
inspired
It's
ka rin
important.
ngayon, ah.
Oh,
Verbally
diba?
inspired ka rin ngayon.
Oo. I'm also feeling the creative juices today, guys. After talking to Kicks and Ace, na-feel ko na yun. So you have to walk away for a while, guys, before, you can really
Yan.
appreciate what you left.
Okay. Okay,
Anyway.
Aces, we're having a song entitled Walk
Mhm.
Away.
Ah,
And let's give
you
credit
can
to VJ
oh,
Sam.
you can just credit me, no? Kahit maliit lang yung name ko, okay lang yan for me. Don't worry about it. Or ako na lang mag-interview sa inyo when you put it out.
Okay, game.
Oh my gosh, I'm really. Oh, anyway, moving on. So yeah, I'm super happy that I was able to talk to both of you about yung collab ninyo, but also music and creativity in general. Kasi as a fellow creative, syempre I love talking to others. Then how it's been process wise. Also, it's just really inspiring for me to be able to talk to you guys, and of course, about your music. Then, so we're so excited for everything that you guys have
Yes.
in store. Because I can tell, ang
Mhm.
dami nga. Sobrang excited na kami for, of course, Ace's album and also Kicks, everything that you have going on. I'm sure madami yon. And
Yes.
before I know it, the next interview that I have, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, Kiko Salazar," ganyan. I'm like, "Oh, I just talked to him recently," ganyan.
Yes.
So I'm
Yeah.
so excited for everything. But before I let you guys go, may message ba kayo to everyone who been listening to your music and supporting you, may it be on with your music, but also on your social media platforms. So maybe we can start off with Ace.
Oh, okay. So, guys, thank you for listening to our music, your name, and also to my friends on TikTok. Thank you for watching my content. Just yeah, a reminder: just take a rest every once in a while, and take life easy. Lalo na,
Mm,
there's been a lot going on in the Philippines and the whole world. So just better take care of your physical and mental health all the time. So yeah.
true. Yes, amen. How about you, Kicks? Ay, ito pala.
Yes. Yun. Ayun, hi sa sa mga listeners ng works namin. And thank you. Thank you for taking your time and also putting us in your playlist if ever. uh Old School is coming out with so many good artists. That's what I can promise. And even kahit hindi ako mag-release ng song siguro kasi yun ang mas gusto ko yung makapag-focus on working with new artists. And speaking of that, I also want to give shout out to Kevin Redder, yung he's also part of
Yes.
the remix
So,
version namin.
Mhm.
So
Mm-mm.
ayun, so somebody like him, yung parang ang tagal na namin magkakilala pero this is the first time I get to work with him also. So
Mm-mm.
I hope everybody stays inspired despite ng mga nangyayari sa atin ngayon, but we choose to be inspired and driven siguro. And ayun, take a good rest mentally and physically
Yes.
din. Yes, so it all kailangan natin lahat 'yun. So thank you.
Yay! And thank you, Kicks and Ace, of course, for joining us here on MYXclusive, but also for sharing your music with all of us. I mean, music is always something that we lean on, no, during tough times, but also happy times then. So thank you for all of the music, but
Thank
also for
you.
all of the
thank you
inspiring
so
words. O,
much.
diba? Pati ako na-inspire today. Um, for all the inspiring words that you guys shared. And sa lahat na nood ng Mixclusive interview na to, don't forget to stream Your Name by Kicks and Ace. It's available on multiple digital streaming platforms. You can also check out the remix, which includes Kevin Rudder. It's also available on multiple digital streaming platforms. And guys, where can everyone follow you so that they can keep updated sa mga ganap nyo in terms of music, but also life?
Uh First, uh you can follow Old School Records on
Yes.
IG, Twitter,
Mhm.
and Facebook. Just
Mhm.
search for Old School Records. And my own account is Kix Salazar, KIKX Salazar. I'm also on Kumu, and it's on IG, Twitter, Facebook, and also on TikTok. Kung gusto nyo, although
Boom.
wala ako masyadong content.
Let's
Gusto ko lang
go.
nanonood and nag-watch ng mga good contents and happy
Mhm.
vibes. Yan.
Same.
Yan. Thank you
Love it.
pala, Mix, and hi sa Star Music. Thank you for having us today. This is so
Yes.
chill and relaxing. I love it.
Oh, thank you. I'm kilig. Wow. But thank you, of course, Kicks, for joining us. How about you, Ace? Where can everyone follow you?
You can follow Old School Records as well, and it's Ace Ismail on Instagram and Ace Ismail on TikTok. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just follow me there and watch out for more music.
Yay! That's super exciting, guys. So we have a lot to look forward to from both Aces and Kicks. So make sure to keep an eye out on that, especially on their social media. So they just mentioned yung mga handles nila. So make sure na i-follow nyo sila dun para you guys can stay updated sa lahat ng mga ganap sa buhay nila in terms of music as well. But thank you so much, Kicks and Aces, for
Thank
joining me
you.
here
Thank you so
today.
much. Thank you.
So much fun. Thank you so much. And as well,
Yes.
and to everyone who tuned in as well, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, don't forget to
Thanks,
stream Your
guys.
Name by Kicks and Aces. It's available on multiple digital streaming platforms. And we will see you guys next time. This has been Sama 2 Ams and Kicks and Aces. Thanks, guys.